So do you want to go into
Yeah,
the production side as well as the acting side of things? Do you want to step into the producer role, or do you
yeah.
just want to stay as a writer? Do you want to direct too, or is writing where you
I
kind
kind
of
of want to do it
you want to do it
all.
all? Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I feel like I've always wanted to be, and once I kind of got to this place, I realized I wanted more like the story that I was telling.
Hmm.
So I think being able to direct or write or produce even gives you those options. And this might be years and years in the future, but I just know that's kind of like my trajectory. I just kind of want to branch out as much as I can, because also when you branch out and you learn about editing, when you learn about writing, when you learn about directing, it impacts you as an actor so much. And you kind of go, oh, that's what they mean. And or like you hear them talking in the background while you're like on set, and you begin to understand exactly where they're coming from. And so therefore you're able to like match your performance to what they want and what you want. And yeah,
Yeah, it's one of the things
yeah,
that like I wonder if you had the same thing where going on to Neighbours, one of the lessons that I learned, which I wasn't expecting to learn, was that of how to communicate with different directors and what sort of directors I actually like, and knowing and being able to feel whether the skill level that a director might have. Not that I'm there judging the directors anyway, but I definitely found that there's some directors I click and I completely understand what you're saying when you're giving me a direction. There's other directors I go, oh, you're just speaking a different language, and then having to switch and go, now I know what you're talking about. Did you find that
yeah.
same sort of thing?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And it's really interesting seeing how different directors, what their background is, because um, you can have directors that come from a producing background, or they studied
Yeah,
directing, or they were writers, and or they were actors, and the way they direct is in the line of what their foundations
yeah,
are. And so when you kind of understand like who they are and where they come from, you begin to understand the reason they direct the way they do. Um, it's like I find that a lot of the directors that are producer
mm,
based, foundation, um, it's often they've got a picture of exactly how they want it, um, and of like the finished product. They're like, I want you to get to here, but there's no kind of like discovery. Whereas I feel like sometimes directors that start who have trained in directing, they're a bit more lenient in terms of like, let's try this, let's
mm.
try that, let's try this, and they kind of you work with it together. Well, they create it together. But yeah, it's interesting. It's and once you kind of understand that, it becomes a lot easier to do your job as well.
Hello, and thank you for watching this takTalks clip. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you want to see the full conversation, click here. If you want to see all of the takTalk clips, click here. And if you want to see all of the takTalk conversations, click here.